Semen retention is not just about the body, it is about command. The moment you decide that your energy will no longer be wasted, the war begins. You start realizing how much of your strength has been leaking through distraction, reaction, and emotional dependency. Retention is the first gate to sovereignty. It's the decision that your life force is yours to direct, not the world's to drain. Hold on before we unlock the real power of semen retention. Hit that subscribe button and join our Telegram channel. Link in description. We drop daily wisdom, success tools, and energy secrets only shared there. Don't watch from the sidelines. Become part of the movement. You start becoming powerful the moment you stop needing emotional confirmation from anyone. The shift is so subtle that most people never notice the second it happens. It's not a shout, not an explosion, it's a quiet, internal lock clicking shut. The moment your validation stops depending on others, you start to rule yourself. For years, the world fed on your warmth. It fed on your confusion, your people-pleasing, your over-explanation. You gave away emotional energy the way the careless spill water in the desert. But when you practice retention of emotion, attention, and energy, you begin to understand the value of every drop. The strong do not waste what is sacred. The world never respected your warmth. It only exploited it. It drew from your energy because you were available, reactive, open, unguarded. You thought giving everything made you good. You thought openness made you loved. But the truth is sharper. The world respects containment more than exposure. Your stillness frightens those who cannot control themselves. The cold man is not heartless. He is emotionally disciplined. He feels everything, but nothing external dictates his internal movement anymore. His storms are private and his responses deliberate. Retention is his language. He doesn't spill his energy in arguments, explanations, or begging for understanding. He channels it patiently, silently, strategically. You begin processing reality like a chess player, not a child. Every move is measured. Every emotion is observed before it's acted upon. Fear stops leading, and awareness takes its place. You stop living to avoid abandonment, and you start living to command your destiny. And this is when the world misunderstands you. They call you cold, detached, arrogant. They don't realize that your silence isn't distance, it's direction. You no longer announce your thoughts to be decoded. You no longer share your emotions to be weaponized. You protect your coordinates. You move like shadow, visible, yet unreachable. They no longer get the privilege of knowing how you feel, and the less they know, the more power you hold. Mystery is magnetic. Scarcity breeds gravity. The world pays attention to what is withheld. You begin to see people clearly, how predictable they are when driven by impulse, how desperate they become when ignored. You notice how panic rises in those who rely on others for emotional stability. You used to be that man defending yourself, just to feel seen, explaining, just to feel understood, chasing connection to fill a void. That man died the day you chose retention, because retention is death to weakness. It's not just celibacy, it's sovereignty. When you withhold your reaction, you reclaim your crown. You stop leaking life force through emotion, lust, validation, or fear. You stop running after approval. You become the man who waits, watches, and decides, not the one who reacts, reaches, and regrets. The world rewards composure. It bows to those who do not chase. Every man who learns to retain his energy learns to conserve his power. Warmth without boundaries makes you prey. The cold mind makes you a fortress. The cold man doesn't need to fight to be understood. He lets misunderstanding protect him. He lets distance define his value. He lets silence speak louder than his defense. Words are spent like currency. His are gold, rare and deliberate. You learn to use space as a weapon. You learn that not responding is often the sharpest answer. You learn that walking away without a word dismantles egos that arguments never could. You realize that the scarcity of your attention makes your presence priceless. Anyone can speak, few can stay silent. Anyone can express, few can endure withholding expression. Silence becomes your test of strength. Retention becomes your meditation. You store your energy not to hoard it, but to direct it like a blade. When you reach this level of detachment, everything changes. You stop depending on outcomes. You stop needing people to choose you, chase you, or validate you. You start walking like a man who carries his own weather inside him, untamed by approval. The cold man isn't loveless. He is sovereign. His worth is internal, not auctioned. His discipline replaces desire. His restraint becomes magnetic. People begin to sense it. They panic because they can't read you. They can't move you. You are no longer predictable, and in that unpredictability lies authority. You control the frame of every interaction by simply not reacting. The world begins to orbit around your calmness. Retention builds gravity, the kind that pulls everything toward your stillness. The loud are ignored. The quiet are studied. Ask yourself, What if everything you chase weakens you? What if pleasure isn't a gift, but a leash? What if desire is just another word for distraction? Every urge unmastered becomes a doorway for manipulation. The death of desire births clarity. This is not self-help. This is self-sovereignty. Retention is rebellion. You stop letting the world feed on your impulses. You kill the need, you master the mind. You become the storm no one can move. When you no longer flinch, you become dangerous. When you stop explaining, you become unpredictable. When you stop responding to every emotional trigger, you become free. Detachment is not absentee. Is armor. You start controlling the rhythm of every room you enter. People reveal themselves while you remain grounded. You give nothing first. You observe. You let others show their hunger, their insecurity, their need for validation. You hold the line. You watch how people expose themselves just to pull a reaction from you. Their need becomes your leverage. Dominance is not noisy, it's stillness. Power is not in the roar, is in the refusal. The slower you respond, the more control you hold. The man who can delay reaction owns the one who can't. The world runs on impulse. Mastery lives in restraint. The warm man explains himself. The cold man lets time do it. Silence becomes his proof. Distance becomes his teacher. He no longer fights for a closure. He uses the unknown as strategy. The warm man fears being misunderstood. The cold man thrives on it. Most people crumble under ambiguity. They need constant reassurance. You, however, use ambiguity as leverage. You don't control people, they collapse trying to interpret you. They invent stories to fill your silence. Their imagination becomes your dominance. They fear what they cannot define. Building this cold discipline is alchemy. It's not denial, it's transformation. Every withheld urge refines your willpower. Every resisted reaction sharpens your focus. Every moment of silence adds weight to your words. Energy unspent becomes energy stored, and energy stored becomes strength. Retention is how warriors are built. You learn to delay gratification, not because pleasure is evil, but because pleasure unearned is weakness. You choose power over impulse. You choose patience over panic. You choose mission over momentary satisfaction. Detachment becomes armor that shields your spirit from manipulation. The man who can remain calm in chaos controls the world that panics. Power isn't domination of others, it's domination of self. Cold isn't cruelty, it's clarity. You stop wasting emotional energy where it's not reciprocated. You stop leading attention where it brings no growth. You stop opening yourself to those who can't handle your depth. Ruthlessness becomes compassion for your own potential. Alright, you've got this incredible energy now, don't let it dissipate. Before you click off, prove you were here. Smash that like button, and if you're serious about this journey, hit subscribe right now. For direct answers and our inner community's best secrets, the Telegram link is in the description. And please, share this fire with the one person who needs it most today. Go be a force. Have a truly powerful day. When you detach, you attract. When you conserve, you command. People fear losing your attention. They fear disappointing your silence. The less available you become, the more valuable your presence grows. The economy of your energy becomes your throne. Stillness becomes your signature. When your calm terrifies. When your neutrality disarms. When your silence exposes in, you have entered true power. You no longer react. You direct. You no longer chase. You create gravity. You live by design, not demand. You engage when it serves your mission, not your mood. You speak when silence no longer serves purpose. Every decision is precise, measured, intentional. This is masculine sovereignty, the art of ruling oneself so completely that no one else can. You stop fighting harder, you start fighting smarter. You don't play emotional games. You set the rules by refusing to play. You become the ghost in the battle, field and triggered, unpredictable, untouchable. You are calm where others crumble. You are still where others shatter. You are disciplined where others are devoured by their desires. And when the world realizes it can't disturb your peace, it bows not to your dominance, but to your discipline. It learns that your silence is not absence, control. Your restraint is not weakness, it's strength. Your detachment is not coldly, it's conscious. If this video gave you real value, tap the thanks button. Your support helps me keep creating deeper content like this. Every thanks is a spark that keeps this mission alive. Your support means more than you know. Semen retention becomes more than a practice. It becomes a symbol. A reminder that the same energy that creates life can also create empires when contained. It's the mastery of man over his own nature. It's not abstinence, it's transformation. You walk with quiet authority now. You hold your energy like a sword. You give nothing away cheaply. Every movement, every word, every look carries weight. You are no longer the man who leaks power, you are the man who radiates it. That is the essence of retention. That is the philosophy of the cold mind. When you own your energy, you own your reality. When you master restraint, you master destiny. Because the man who cannot be moved cannot be controlled. And the man who controls himself controls the world.